that
I
movie.
knew that was a true story or not.
What's
I
that?
liked We Are
Marshall. We Are Marshall.
I'm hurt, not dead.
Well, I was very disappointed in that movie.
That was like one of those random photos.
The hurt, not dead thing. What did you say?
Do you have to fall into a timer? I've written.
Hey,
Yes,
okay.
We are.
Okay, if you can name the movie, you'll get a shout out. Ready? Sunshine.
Oh my gosh, Cass.
Not even that.
Sunshine. They should know
Look at
it. Yo, we're not starting yet. Right?
You're right.
All right. Awkward silence.
Buenos dias, muchachos. And muchachos, I'm sure.
Why do you say muchacha?
Because girls, you ended in A. Did you take Spanish?
Yeah, but like,
Muchachos.
okay, I've taken Spanish for 4 years.
Sorry, I took it
Señorita,
3.
señor.
Sorry. I wasn't private
¿Cómo te
school.
llamas? Because son amigas, porque.
Okay, I get it. I should have never brought that up.
Okay, so
Okay.
life has been so great. And welcome back to the crew of CCTV.
I'm Cassie. Thank you for joining us this week for Worship Speakers, a Mission Emphasis, and a Challenge Every Day.
Today is the 3rd day we are doing this, Wednesday. And like we have said, we miss you guys, but we are still really excited for this week.
With all the community service projects that we have going on every day, this week you still have plenty of ways to serve your community and connect with camp.
That's right. Yesterday's challenge was to help with a construction project or do a prayer walk. And our staff worked together to finish a rock wall and redeck a dock. What did you do? Don't forget to send in your videos to our email, camp@campcrosspoint.org.
There will be a drawing at the end of the week for a camp merchandise item if you send us a video of you doing your mission projects. Thank you, Brandon, Noah, Jolie, and Christian, for sending us your videos.
Yes, thank you. And we also had a team building game that we hope you played, which was posted on YouTube, as well as a missions video about Hudson Taylor. Please watch them if you haven't already.
Today we have new videos posted on YouTube. Check out the missionary video and team building video. Also tune in tonight at 7 for worship and a sermon.
That's right. We are also posting a lot on Instagram, so check that out and share it with your friends.
Alexandra, would you like to share the word of the day and the verse?
All right. So today's verse is James 1:22, which says, "But be doers of the word and not hearers only." And your challenge for the day is to make or build something to help you learn the verse.
Alexandra, I actually did that. I made a bookmark with the verse on it. I wanted to make sure that I was not just hearing the verse, but I was taking action and actually trying to memorize it. So you can put it in a book or a Bible, and we want to know what y'all will come up with.
All right, that's fantastic. So words. I hope that you guys will also come up with something and send us a picture or video to camp@campcrosspoint.org so that we can see what you guys did. And our word of the day is depravity, which is the quality or state of being corrupt, evil, or perverted.
Thank you, Alexandra. There will be a drawing at the end of the week where you can win a $20 Chick-fil-A gift card.
But your name will only be put in if you turn in all 5 of the verse challenges. So even if you've missed the last 2 days, you can still turn those in and catch up and be entered in our drawing at the end of the week. Mm-hmm. Christina, would you like to tell us about the team building game
Sure,
today?
Cassidy. So today the game is called Pencil Pusher. And you're going to need a group size of 3 or 4 people. And you're going to need string or rope or just anything to mark your starting point. And an unsharpened pen, pencil or pen, or whatever writing utensil you guys have. So you're going to mark the starting line with your string or rope. And the challenge is to push the pencil beyond the line across the floor or ground, making contact with only your hands on the floor or the ground. So, like I said before, you can't use any other part of your body but your hands. So you guys are going to have to figure that out. And we want to see how you guys do it. So send us a video of you guys doing it to camp@campcrosspoint.org. The rules will be posted on YouTube later, and the video of us doing it will be posted as well, so you guys can see how we did it.
Thank you, Christina. Now let's get ready for the crew competition! Today, KT and Christina are going to battle in a minute to win it game.
So today
Alright.
our game is called Face the Cracker. So
Face the
each
Cracker.
contestant is going to start off with the cracker on their forehead, and they have to slide it down into their mouth using only their face and not their hands. And if it falls on the ground, they can pick it back up and try again. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I've
let's do
got a minute on the clock.
this. Okay.
Not yet. Don't start. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
On your mark, get set, go! Come on, Christina. Come on, KT. Blink your eyes. Blink your eyes. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Ooh,
Go, oh,
this is a close one. Close one.
Oh!
And the winner is KT in 14 seconds. That was a good one. Good work. That was so much fun. Emma, can you tell us about our missionary today?
Absolutely. So missionary today is Rusty Massey. He was born in my hometown of Thomasville, Georgia, and where he's been serving the community of Trinity Church for 10 years with his wife and 4 kids. He got a degree of public relations and church planting from Southeastern Seminary. And we would love if you could check out the video that he's made for us.
And it's really cool to hear about these missionaries every day. Please watch the video on YouTube to find out more about how you can be praying for them. And that is the end of our panel discussion for this morning. Kathy, can you pray us out this morning?
Of course. God, thank you for today, Lord. Thank you for this wonderful weather. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to still be able to connect with people while they're not here and providing us with the technology to do that. I just pray as we go out today that we're intentional when we share your word with the people in the community. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We are so excited that you guys are with us this morning to worship. Sing along from wherever you are so we can know that you're worshiping with us. Say the word, set our hearts in. Say the word, love not the way of you. Say the word, let the heavens open. Say the word, God that's fiery. Say the word, power never ending. Say the word, none have souls to see. Say the word, breathe a new beginning. Say the word, make my soul to sing. God Almighty, we believe there's power in your name. We believe you're strong enough to save. Say the word will never be the same. Say the word and light a fire within me. Say the word that's written on our hearts. Say the word sparks a new beginning. Say the word calls us to where we are. God Almighty, we believe there's power in your name. We believe you're strong
found me. I believe the light shines through me one day. Even if I'm lost, you will find me. Say the word that overwhelms everything. God Almighty, we believe there's power in your name. We believe you're strong enough to say. To say the word will never be the same. We believe you are holy. From the start, before the dawn of time, you're working down to save this heart of mine. Say the word and love will come alive.
Well, we all know this song, sing Man of Sorrows. Man of sorrows, Lamb of God, by his own grace, the sin and wrath of God has been on Jesus' Come on, sing silent. Silent as he stood accused, beaten, mocked, and scorned, bowing to the Father's will, he took the crown. Sing, oh, that rugged cross. Oh, that rugged cross, my salvation, where your love poured out over me. Now my soul cries out, hallelujah, praise and honor unto to heaven, God's own Son, to purchase and reconcile the very ones who nailed him to Calvary. And oh, that rugged cross, my salvation, where your love poured out over me. Now my soul cries out, hallelujah, praise and honor unto you. Come on, sing now my debt. Now my debt is gone. It is paid in full by the precious blood that my Jesus filled. Now the curse of sin has no hold on me. The Son sets free, always free indeed. Now my debt is paid, it is paid in full by the precious blood that my Jesus filled. Now the curse of sin has no hold on me. The Son sets free, always free indeed. And oh, that rugged cross, my salvation, where your love poured out over me. Now my soul cries out, hallelujah, praise and honor. The stone is rolled away. Behold the empty tomb. And hallelujah, God be praised. He's risen from the grave. You know that rugged cross, my salvation, where your love poured out over me. Now my soul cries out, hallelujah, praise and honor to thee, praise and honor to thee.
All right. Good morning, guys. This morning, I'll take a brief moment. What are some of your favorite movies? I know for us, we like things like, what's your favorite movie, Lucy? Lucy says, I don't know, I don't have a favorite movie. Hudson is a Star Wars fan. One of the greatest movies of all time is Remember the Titans. Now, if you haven't watched the movie, it's this really cool movie about football, but what's going on is that the school's being integrated. And so the football team is being integrated. And so they're getting ready for football season, and they leave to go to camp. And when they go to camp, it's really interesting because you see the black football players get on one bus, you see the white football players get on another bus, and then the coach comes on and mixes them up. And then when they get to camp, they even begin to separate. When they sit at the dinner table and things of that nature, and during practice, they don't play with each other or follow each other. And so Coach Boone does his best to bring them together. And so he tells them that they have to get to know one another. And they have to get to know each other. And while they're doing that, they have to run 3-a-day practices. And so they're running practice, they're talking to each other, and all of a sudden they come to where the two main characters of the movie come together and they're talking to each other. So I want to show you a clip of that really fast. Maybe. All right, Katie, does that work? Mm-hmm. All right, so let me go. You gotta tell me where is it? You go.
Bye, Memories. I'm Gary. You're Julius. Let's get some particulars and just get this over with, all right?
Particulars?
Yeah.
No matter what I tell you, you ain't gonna never know nothing about
Hey,
me.
man, listen. I ain't running any more of these 3-a-days, okay?
No, what I got to say you really don't want to hear, because honesty ain't too high up on your people's priority list, right?
Honesty? You want honesty? All right, honestly, I think you're nothing. Nothing but a pure waste of God-given talent. You don't listen to nobody, man. Not even Doc or Boone. Shiver push on the line every time, man. You blow right past them. Push them, pull them, do something. You can't run over everybody in this league. And every time you do, you leave one of your teammates hanging out to dry. Me in particular.
Why should I give a hoot about you? Huh? Or anybody else out there? You want to talk about the ways you the captain, right?
Right.
Captain's supposed to be the leader, right?
Right.
You got a job?
I have a
You
job.
been doing your job?
I've been doing my job.
Then why don't you tell your white buddies to block for Red better? Because they have not blocked for him or for Plug Nickel, and you know it. Nobody plays, yourself included. I'm supposed to wear myself out for the team? What team? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look out for myself, and I'm going to get mine.
Hey, man, that's the worst attitude I ever heard.
Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
All right, guys. That line right there is really what I want to camp out today. Attitude reflects leadership. Right? Think about that. Okay. So let's say if I walk around and I begin to use words. Lucy, come here for a second, baby girl.
Yes.
Hold that for me. All right. Let's say if I walk around and I begin to use words like, you know what? I'm just I'm just disabled. Is it EL or whatever? You know what I'm talking about, disabled. Or what if I say, all I say is, I can't. Or, you know what, I've got to do this. Or, let's say, what are some other words, Lucy, that I wrote down? Hand me my paper, baby. I forgot the rest of it. I have to do that. Or I won't do this. So let's think if I just walk around and all day I say is, I can't, I won't, I've got to, I'm disabled, I don't have the ability to do this. As a leader, do you think people are really going to follow me? Probably not. But what happens when we just change things a little bit? All right, so for disabled, what happens if I put go in front of disabled? It says God is able. Right? What if I quit saying I can't and I begin to say I can? What happens if I say I've got to and I get to say I get to? Or if I get away from saying I won't do this, but I'll serve. All of a sudden, my attitude is completely different. I know that God is able even when I'm not. I know that I can do that because I can do all things through Christ. Not that I have to do that, but I get to do that. Not that I won't do that, but I get to serve. Think about the difference in the attitude of people and how that plays out. We live in a world where, you know what, it's all about me, right? What can I get out of this? What does this do for me? Does this make me look good? What have I accomplished? I'm the center of attention. And that's what the world tells us. Like, it's all about you. You do it for you. And that's what he even said in the video. He said, no, I'm not going to do this. It's all about me. I'm going to do it for me. There's no team. But that's not true. That's not the reality of this. Think about how that attitude develops. Again, what happens if we change that? What happens if we change from me to he? And it's not all about me, but all becomes about Christ. And we have that attitude of Christ, right? You think about it. What does it say in the book of Philippians? When we look at this and we see how we're told to have this attitude. So Philippians chapter 2, we can start in verse 3. Do nothing from rivalry or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Let each of you look not only to his own interest, but also to the interest of others. Have this mind among yourselves, which is yours in Christ Jesus, who thought he was in the form of God, did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped, but made himself nothing, taking the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of men, and being found in human form. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. Therefore, God has highly exalted him and bestowed on him the name that is above every name, so that in the name of Jesus every knee should bow, in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Now look at that, what he said. He said he was a servant, that he was obedient, that he gave himself up. We begin to look at these words like that, and I think those are the words of what we need to have when it comes to leadership. And that attitude of Christ. That it's not about us, but that we put others before ourselves and to point them to Jesus so that they can come and have a relationship with him. And so my question is what kind of attitude do we have? You know, but we live in a world where every morning we wake up and we have a choice to make. We can choose to have the attitude of Christ that day, or we can choose to have the attitude of me and let things bother me all day. I can be negative to somebody, or like we talked about yesterday, I can encourage somebody. I can kind of seclude myself, or I can go out like we talked about Monday and love God and love people. My question is what attitude do we have? I don't want to do that today. Maybe not. But be thankful that you get to do that today. You know what? There are a lot of times I don't want to do things. But I'm thankful for the privilege that I get to do those things. Let me give you an example. I don't want to wash dishes. Washing dishes is probably one of the most horrible things in the entire world. But here's the thing. Thank God that I have dishes to wash, because that means I had food on my plate to eat. So it's not that I want to, but thank God I get to. I don't want to wash and fold clothes. It's just one of those things I just really don't want to do. But thank God that I get to fold clothes, because that means that I have clothes to wear that day. I don't want to go to work every day. But thank God that I get to go to work every day, because that means I have a job. Think about it all the time. Small things are what change our attitude. And as I lead people, if my attitude is I can, I get, I serve, I'm able because God is able, and people follow that attitude. If it's I won't, I can't, I'm disabled, then people will turn away and walk away from you. To have the attitude of Christ is to pour into them, to see them as important, to humble ourselves and to serve them in a way that Christ served us. So my challenge for us today is to have that attitude of Christ. Your attitude reflects your leadership. How are you leading today? So as we go out today, as we do our mission projects, as we go through this challenge, think about your attitude. Think about how your attitude is towards your parents. Me and Hudson have this discussion just about every day. No, my boy. It's all about the attitude. So may your attitude be one that is the attitude of Christ. So let me pray for you guys, and then Katie will come and give you your missions challenge, okay? Dear God, we just thank you for today, and God, we thank you that your attitude was one of grace and mercy and love and service. Lord, that you humbled yourself, that you stepped off the throne, that you were born of a woman, that you became a man, and that you are obedient to the Father, that you died a death that we deserve. God, thank you that you love us even though we spit in your face. God, thank you that you love us even though we fall so short of your glory. And God, may we have that attitude of Christ. And may our attitude be one that reflects Christ today. God, we love you and we praise you in your Son's name. Amen.
Hey everyone! Your challenge today is to go out and bake some cookies or something for your local businesses. You can also bring them a friendly note or talk to them and pray with them. Just remember that through this time, local and small businesses are really struggling. So whatever you can do to encourage them and show them the love of Christ would be great. So go out and do whatever you can.
What's going on?
Stranger danger!
We're just kidding. It's just us. It's just us. Oh.
We love you. Stay safe.
Be careful. Have fun.